Here's a number that might scare you more than any stock market crash. The average American has $500 saved for emergencies. $500. That's not a safety net. That's basically nothing. And yet that same person is in a group chat right now asking if they should buy Nvidia or Bitcoin. That's like asking if you should buy a Ferrari when your current car doesn't even have brakes. Here's the truth. There's a right order to invest your money. Get it right, and you could end up with hundreds of thousands of dollars more than someone earning the exact same salary. Get it wrong, and you'll spend years working hard but going nowhere. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact 7 steps rich people quietly follow. And step 3 is going to surprise you. It's not save more. It's not invest less. It's something almost everyone skips. Let's meet Jake. Jake is 27. He just got a raise and he's feeling great. He opens a trading app and puts $2,000 into a stock his coworker guaranteed would double. His whole plan? Vibes and a group chat. 3 months later, the stock is down 40%. And here's the part that really hurts. Jake still has $6,000 on a credit card, charging him 24% interest every month. While he was chasing a big win, his debt was growing faster than his investment ever could. Jake didn't lose because he picked a bad stock. Jake lost because he did everything in the wrong order. So let's fix that. Here's the staircase, one step at a time. Step 1. Build an emergency fund. I know, boring. You wanted stock tips, not a savings account. But stick with me because this step is the floor everything else stands on. An emergency fund isn't really about the money. It's about the bad decision it stops you from making. When your car breaks down or your dog needs surgery, this money means you don't have to sell your investments at the worst time, or put it on a credit card and start a debt spiral. Here's the simple version. Save your first $1,000 fast. Then aim for 1 month of expenses, then 3. Vanguard found something interesting here. People with just $2,000 saved felt 21% better about their finances than people with none. Not $20,000. Just $2,000. That's how much a small cushion can calm your mind. Quick question. If your car broke down tomorrow, would you pay cash or panic and grab your credit card? If it's the second one, you know which step you're really on. But here's the twist. A cushion doesn't help much if there's a hole in the bucket. That brings us to the next step, and it's even more costly to ignore. Step 2. Pay off high-interest debt. If step 1 is the floor, high-interest debt is termites eating through it while you sleep. Credit cards charge over 22% interest on average. If you owe $5,000 and only pay the minimum, you'll pay almost $2,800 extra over 5 years. That's not a small fee. That's a slow leak draining your money. Here's the part most people miss. Paying off that debt is basically the same as earning a guaranteed 22% return. Warren Buffett's long-term average is about 20%. Read that again. Paying off your credit card can literally beat Warren Buffett. The plan is simple. Write down every debt and its interest rate. Pay the minimum on all of them, then throw every extra dollar at the one with the highest rate. This is called the debt avalanche, and it's the fastest way out. But there's one big exception to pay off debt first. And it's good enough that it jumps ahead of debt payoff completely. Step 3. Get the free money. If your job offers a 401k match, put in enough to get the full match, even before your debt is paid off. Why? Because a match is an instant, guaranteed 100% return. Even a 22% credit card can't beat that. Here's an example. Say your employer matches 50 cents for every dollar, up to 6% of your pay. You earn $50,000 a year, so you put in $3,000, and your employer adds $1,500 for free. That's a 50% return before your money even touches the stock market. So put in enough to get the full match, then send everything else back to paying down debt. One thing to check first. Some companies make you stay a few years before that match fully belongs to you. Look into that before you plan around it. Debt handled, match secured. Now we move into what I call the tax zone. This is where even smart people mess up. Step 4. Use an IRA. Here's a question most people never ask. Why fill up your IRA before your 401k? Because your work 401k often only offers a small list of funds, some charging 1 to 2% in fees. That sounds small, but it's the same termite problem again, just wearing a suit. An IRA lets you pick low-cost funds for a fraction of that cost. For 2025, you can put in $7,000 or $8,000 if you're 50 or older. Max that out first, then go back and add more to your 401k. Now here's a choice that confuses even financial advisors. Traditional or Roth. Traditional gives you a tax break now, but you pay tax when you take the money out later. Roth taxes you now, but withdrawals later are completely tax-free. If you're young and early in your career, Roth usually wins. If you're in your peak earning years, traditional often makes more sense. Can't decide? Split it between both and move on. Step 5. Use an HSA. Quick question. What's the one account that gives you a tax break going in, tax-free growth, and tax-free money coming out? Not your 401k. Not your IRA. It's the HSA, and almost nobody uses it properly. For 2025, you can put in $4,300 alone, or $8,550 for a family, if you have a high-deductible health plan. Here's the trick. Pay small medical bills yourself now if you can, and let your HSA money grow untouched. Keep your receipts. There's no deadline. Pay for a doctor visit today, and pay yourself back tax-free 20 years from now. Max it out for 30 years at 7% growth, and you could have over $400,000 completely tax-free, right when the average retired couple faces $300,000 in healthcare costs. That's the tax code actually helping you for once. Step 6. Max out your 401k. Once your IRA and HSA are full, add more to your 401k. The 2025 limit is $23,500, or $31,000 if you're 50 or older. Add it all up, and you could be shielding over $35,000 a year from taxes. Here's the hard truth. The average American only saves about 6% of their income, which isn't even enough to cover the match in IRA. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. Step 7. Use a taxable account. This is the fun part. No limits, no restrictions, full flexibility. It's also where most beginners want to start, which is exactly backwards, because having every option doesn't mean you'll make good choices. The catch is taxes. Every dividend gets taxed. Every gain gets taxed too. Put in $10,000 a year for 30 years at 7% in a tax-advantaged account, and you'd end up with about $944,000. Do the same in a taxable account, and you might end up closer to $700,000. Same effort, same return, but $250,000 difference just from where you kept the money. Once everything else is maxed out, though, taxable accounts become useful as a bridge. Need a house down payment in 5 years? Bridge. Want to retire early, before you can touch your retirement money? So here's your full staircase. Emergency fund. Pay off high-interest debt. Get your employer match. Fund your IRA. Fund your HSA. Max your 401k. Then, finally, a taxable account. Most people think getting rich means finding the next Nvidia. It doesn't. Wealth is usually built by putting your money in the right place in the right order for a long time. The staircase isn't exciting. It won't make a great story at a party. But neither is becoming a millionaire one paycheck at a time, quietly, one step at a time, until one day you check your accounts and realize you already are. Jake is still chasing the next hot stock. You don't have to. You just have to climb the stairs in order.